All right, you guys, welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, we're gonna be doing a food chain challenge here on the river. That means all we're taking is some number 6 hooks and a dip net. We're gonna catch our own bait. Whatever we catch, I'm gonna show y'all, explain it, and hopefully we can catch some fish. Got my waders out today. We're gonna be wading in the water. These are actually brand new waders. Never tried them on, so they're probably not gonna fit, but this brings me back to my childhood. These are some of my favorite things to do, is start off with absolutely nothing and work our way up and see if we can't catch something to take home and eat. This time of year, I have no idea what's even out there to catch besides crawfish. I haven't worn waders in freaking a decade. You guys, I apologize if I sound like I'm sick, because I absolutely am sick. I've been in the bedridden the last few days. All right, you guys, so we're gonna go down into the river now with our dip net and see if we can't catch a few little critters to put in our cooler here and hopefully catch some bigger fish. So you got to start somewhere. All right, you guys, we're in spot number 2 here. I didn't catch anything other than that grub in the last spot, so this spot's got a little bit more current and a little bit bigger rocks. Hopefully that makes a difference. These bigger rocks might hold something, I don't know. All right, you guys, first thing is a stonefly nymph. Give y'all a little close up here. So that right there is a stonefly nymph. We got to do better than that, but he will go on a hook. Look at that little guy. Got a crawdad, 2 crawdads. Nice. Perfect little crawdads. I'm gonna remove their pinchers. Look at those. Those are perfect little specimens there. I got one more in here. You guys, all I'm doing is just pulling up these rocks and putting the net behind it, and whatever's under the rock hopefully will go into the net. Well, you guys, it's safe to say I found the crawdad hole. 2 more little crawdads. I'm gonna leave the pinchers on this little guy right here. Can't do much, but these gotta go. All right, there's nothing over here. Look at that big thing. Maybe there's something on the bottom. Nothing. All right, y'all. So we've only got some crawdads and a stonefly nymph. The goal here is to catch hopefully some bigger nymphs of some sort, especially for the trout. I don't know how the trout are gonna do with crawfish, but we'll find out. There we go. There's one. It's a little one, but it's what we're looking for. Oop, don't bite me. You guys, I got a hellgrammite here. Give y'all a close-up of it. Now that right there will work for these trout. I'll show y'all a close-up here if I can get a couple more. This is just a small one, but that hellgrammite right there is exactly what we're after as far as trout go. And these things will bite the crap out of you, so gotta be careful with them. Ooh, salmon fly. Cool beans. All right, you guys, I'm gonna show y'all another species of nymph here. We've got a stonefly, a hellgrammite, and this is a salmon fly. See if I can get a close up here for you guys. That is a salmon fly nymph. And now it's, oh shit, dropped it, but I'll show y'all a close-up of it here shortly. That is a salmon fly nymph. It's different than a hellgrammite or a stonefly. All right, you guys, I'm gonna give you a little close-up of kind of what we're working with here. Got mainly crawfish. We've got one hellgrammite right here. This little salmon fly here. It's like a baby one, but see if he'd unroll himself. Yeah, y'all can get a better look at him if he'd get out of there. But so we've come to this little hole here. I can't resist. It takes longer to catch the bait than it does to get to fishing. So I'm gonna set everything up right here, and first thing I'm gonna do is fling that hellgrammite out there and see if we can't get a bite. All right, you guys, I lost my microphone somewhere along the way. My shoes have fallen apart, and there's so many people around I can't take a piss. So we're gonna try this hellgrammite right here one more time. Look at that, you guys. On the Hellgrammite. It's a beautiful, beautiful little fish there. And someone has already caught this fish and it broke their line. We're gonna let this guy go. It's a good start on the Hellgrammite. All right, you guys, got one last Hail Mary here. I did find one solid Hellgrammite. That's the size that I'm looking for right there. And you pinch them behind the head because they will pinch you. My net is broken. So I don't know how I'm gonna find, this is the only one I've found. And I'm gonna use it right here, which is probably not smart. We are moving on. All right, you guys, we're doing a little pivot here. So today was a total disaster as far as my equipment goes. I wanna show y'all. So my dip net turned into a little bit of a broken deal there. And my boots, both of my boots disintegrated. Like literally disintegrated. I hadn't used them in a long time, but look at this. Like completely just disintegrated. So between the shoes, the net, and me losing the microphone, I called it a day. We did catch one trout with a Hellgrammite, but gotta call it quits when things are going that bad. So I'm going to still kind of do the same thing, start from nothing and see what we can catch, but I'm gonna put a minnow trap in the creek and see if we can't catch some minnows and some crawdads to take tomorrow. Hopefully more minnows than anything else, but with the minnow trap here, I'm just gonna take these couple pieces of bread here and just ball them up and put them in here. I found that bread works really, really well for minnow traps. You can use dog food, that works pretty well too, but I've always used bread. So basically all we're gonna do is just go put this out and then pick it up tomorrow. Hopefully there'll be some minnows in it. You never know with these. It's either loaded or you've got too big of minnows, not the right kind of minnows. You never really know. We're going for yellowfin minnows. That would be great for trout and smallmouth. Y'all know those days when everything fights you. It seems like everything just goes wrong. That would be today. All right, you guys, we have made it down here to the creek. Now, hopefully there are some minnows in here. And there goes my rope. All right, you guys, we got the minnow trap set, fell in the creek, got muddy. I'll toss my rope into the water. I didn't have enough rope. This is one of those days you just gotta call it quits. We got our minnow trap set, so hopefully tomorrow we can have some minnows in there and go catch some fish, so stay tuned. All right, you guys, it's the next morning. This is the moment of truth. Let's see if our minnow trap actually worked. Whew. We are loaded up. I'm gonna give y'all a closer look here of what these yellow fins look like up close. They've got these beautiful yellow fins on them. That is a primo big trout magnet right there. So I'm gonna sift through these and just get the yellow fins out. I don't want these bigger creek chubs and stuff. That's too big. All right, y'all, I'm gonna give you a quick look at the haul here. So those are all those beautiful yellowfin minnows. We're gonna take these to the river and see what we can do. All right, you guys, I'm gonna show you a little trick here that I'm gonna use for the minnows. I'm gonna keep my bucket close to me down there, but while I'm waiting in the river, I need something to carry them in. So I'm just gonna poke some holes, a couple holes up here to put my paracord through so I can tie it to my waders. So there's that, and then midway up, I'm gonna take this off too. And about midway up, I'm gonna poke some holes, because if you poke the holes down here and you start walking, all the water is gonna come out and your minnows will die. So I'm gonna do it about halfway up. All right, that'll do. That's a bite. Stay hooked up. Nice brookie. Well, you guys, that's not the size that we're after, but nonetheless, that is moving up the food chain. All right, you guys, we're at spot number 3 here. It's a deep pool. We've caught 1 brook so far. We're moving up the food chain, but the goal today is to catch a big smallmouth or a big trout, rainbow brook, whatever it may be. I think I'm kind of due. We've got plenty of bait left, plenty of time. Just got to be patient. Oh, that was a bite and he let it go. First cast and a bite right here. That's a good sign. All right, you guys, so that was uneventful. A lot of work to walk all the way across the river and drag all this stuff over there for no bite. Well, I got 1 bite and I had 1 follow my minnow back in. So that just tells me it doesn't seem like they really want those minnows, but that's okay. We're gonna go try 2 more spots before we call it a day here. I've got 1 little sneaky spot that I've caught some big fish out of in the past, so let's go give that a whirl. Got one, you guys. What a little brookie. Guys, usually, look at that pretty guy. Usually this thing catches bigger fish. That's just a little guy. We're gonna let this guy go. All right, you guys, that last trout was laying right where that little brush pile is on the other side of it. Maybe there will be a bigger one in here. Usually these minnows catch bigger than average fish. Finally, got a hook in it. Another brookie. That's a pretty one. Look at that one, you guys. That is pretty. All right, you guys, that is another brook down. That pretty specimen. See if we can get another one out of this hole. There's 2 so far out of this hole. I think we fed about 3 more of them. There's got to be a big one in there. Stay hooked up. I got another one out of there. Jeez. Looks like a rainbow. Nope, it's another brook. Another brook, you guys. All right, you guys, we've caught, I don't know how many that is. I think it's 3 out of this 1 hole. Let's see if we can't get another one here. Jeez. Oh man, he got off. There's that one's the smallest one yet, I think. They like that lively minnow. They wouldn't hit that dead one. Another brookie. They're all about the same size, you guys. All right, you guys, that's a wrap for our food chain challenge. Thank goodness for that last spot. We caught like 6 fish right there, and we used our last minnow right there. The last cast, we got a bite. Unfortunately, my GoPro died. Hopefully some of that footage was good. Not really sure. I'm anxious to get back home and edit it, but we started off with just a little dip net, caught some hellgrammites, some crawdads, and we managed to catch 1 brook trout. And yesterday didn't really work out. My wader boots fell apart, so I went home, regrouped, got my minnow trap out, managed to catch some yellowfins, and come out here and catch some fish. So hope y'all enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you guys in the next one.